Blame Spingar? No way.
I'm very emotionally attached to this spot right here.
Okay. Where's the code?
I am getting it. You will notice that they do have kind of a stacked DPS line, and I get very gapped.
And nothing short of nothing short of the usual then. Esperanca.
Ready for battle.
That is a pretty stacked DPS line.
I still can't believe how tall you've gotten.
And now
And
I can
the
lift you
Mercy
with one
player
arm.
on their team
One.
is the kind of player that proves I can wall game by going 2 and 14.
Big. So that means you should win, right?
You would think so.
Oh, they had sugar free.
That's kind of just a nuts DPS line. Okay. It's not great that you get your recall force this early. You shouldn't have went in. Like, if you go in this early without recall, you're just gonna die. Like, you have to have recall in like 3 seconds or shorter, like Zay was saying. Like, you're going in with like 5. And Tracer does not have enough health to live that. Really, what gets punished is that you just use your recall way too early, and now they just are able to exploit it because it's a really good team. I don't think you want to duel the Tracer because she just has Mercy Pocket. I think you want to just like look for your Winston, go where he's going. Right now he's not going anywhere, but take a new angle, right? Okay, good. This is fine. You're okay. Again, you don't want to duel this because she's just gonna have Mercy Pocket.
I'm trying to do the Running Man that but
you're just dueling an owl player with a Mercy Pocket.
that lasted pretty long.
Like when you break it down to its simplest components, does that not just sound like an int?
I did pretty well.
Hello.
I mean, you're dead now.
My problem is, like, look, my point of view, what I'm thinking is, I have the undivided attention of their Mercy and their Tracer on me.
It's not
Why
undivided. Their Mercy just flies away. Like, she's only healing the Tracer when she actually needs it. You need to play with your Winston or mark the Tracer on off angles, but she's just playing with team because she doesn't have to go on off angles. If you can bait the Tracer to a 1v1 on an off angle, you have a much better chance. That's unlucky. And Sugar Free is just him. You know, have you watched this back from Sugar Free's POV and just saw what he was doing?
No, that's like I was contemplating to do that, but like I don't know.
All right, let's watch what you do this fight. Okay, we're gonna make a mental list. Okay, you force cart, you play with your Winston, you break the lamp, you use pulse bomb, doesn't get a kill, whatever. Recall, and now you're just kind of here, right? You're just still like on cart, and they kill your entire team. Now, if we watch this from Sugar Free's POV, all right, what is he doing this fight? Okay, he's shooting your Winston. He's getting pulse from it. He's ignoring. He's gonna. Yeah. Okay. Well, the Winston just dies. Now he's looking over the top for an uncontested angle. All right. This isn't contestable. Now he's just going on your backline. He still has recall. He hits the stick and he's just out. Right. Like there's instead of just walking cart where you're just kind of with main at the like kind of just letting them take angles. You need to get a better position. You could walk up here maybe. right? Like, try and duel this high ground. Don't let them just be able to just blink down and pulse your Ana for free. You should take a new angle, right? Like, this is, like, you are not necessarily the cart pusher here when they control this space, right? Look at what they control, and look at where the cart is, right? Like, this is not really something you want to push. You want to win this fight and then push. So, take a new angle. Go up here. Wait for your Winston to engage and just walk.
Side, no?
You could do left side too, yeah. That's even better depending on how you go out of spawn. Like, I think you can just walk up here since your team was over here to begin with. But I think by crossing across this, you're going to open yourself up to getting picked from this sideline. Seeker is a very good player. You risk that quite a lot.
I thought Seeker was also Overwatch.
He was, yeah. Would that not make him a very good player?
No, yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's an owl.
I mean, they have a double owl support line and a mercy pocket who's just pocketing either one of them. Like, it's just a very hard game to win. But you're not doing yourself any favors by just playing, like, very basic sidelines.
Urahara is also owl.
Who is?
Like,
Urahara? Who is that?
I don't know. You said they had a support back, an owl support.
I did not say that. I said they had an owl DPS with a mercy pocket. They don't have an owl support. You have an owl support. You have rack attack. Okay, please just walk somewhere. Take a flank, right? Like, you can walk around here. You can try and get up here. Look for an angle to engage. Like, you have a Doom. You can still engage with the Doom, right? Like, you're just walking down main. Like, you're just playing this like you're just walking down main. Okay, you get here in the long run. That's fine. Don't shoot lamp. Shoot the purple person. I don't think he's even in the. I don't think he's in the lamp. He's not. You blink on this guy, he dies. You have recall, right? Yeah, you have no risk. Just go kill him. Why are you shooting this? Like, that's an actual question. Like, why? Like, what's going through your head?
I genuinely don't think it registered. Like, I don't remember seeing their Sojourn.
She's shooting at you.
Well, yeah. Like, I know she's there. I didn't remember her being antied. Or low.
Okay, well, whenever you see a lamp, like, I will sometimes use lamp as a decoy, just to say, like, hey, shoot this shiny thing over here instead of my critical HP teammates, and people will just do it.
Yeah,
if, like, yeah, I can tell. Open your eyes. Like, if the lamp is shit, don't shoot it. There's no point. You only have to break lamp if you want to get the kills on the people inside the lamp, right? At this point, there's no one inside the lamp that you really want to kill. Yes, the BAP maybe, but he's standing with his Sigma. He's not going to die. Mercy is in the lamp. She could die, though. But why not just kill the Sojourn? Right? Like, just blink, one blink on the Sojourn, and you just shoot her a little, and she's dead. And now you're going into the fight, down your Sojourn, when they have, like, this is essentially a 6v5, because they have permanent Mercy Pocket, unless you kill her first. So, like, unless she doesn't get the res off, which she has a Sigma to just shield her and, like, eat, and, like, a BAP to lamp her, versus your Sojourn, who is unpocketed into a fucking Owl player, you are just going to lose this 100% of the time unless you make plays or go off of your teammates' plays. Rack Attack had a 3-man nade. Great fucking nade. And we get no value. No value from it. And now your team's probably just dead. Okay, he's just gonna chase you to the ends of the earth. Yeah, you're just gonna lose that. The second you lose recall in that 1v1, you just lose. At least from a numbers POV, unless your aim is just fucking cracked out the wazoo. But that comes back to the insurance policy that we talked about with mechanics. I don't know if you were there for that. Were you there for that?
No.
Okay. So when you make a play, right? So mechanics.
Oh, the trade-off between macro and macro? I heard
yeah,
that.
So I think you were there for that. Mechanics are like an insurance policy, right? Because if you want to make a play, and say let's say you have really good game sense. Okay, let's just do like this, right? Like, this is your mechanics on the x-axis, and your game sense on the y-axis. So if you have neither, your plan fails, right? If you have like really good like game sense, but like only like okay mechanics, how do you think your play is gonna go?
Mid.
Yeah, it's mid. It could be 50-50. If you have no game sense, but you have 100% scoped critical hit accuracy on Widow, what do you think the chances of your play succeeding are?
Higher.
Yeah, so this graph should really be more like this.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
It's not like, okay, well, it's more like this, right? Because like you have a good chance of executing, but like if your game sense and your mechanics are really good, it's like always gonna work. If your mechanics and like this isn't really something you can graph like this. I don't know how I'm trying to describe it, but like macro, micro, like I need to think about this more. But
No, I know
you get what I'm trying to say though. Like mechanics are only like a means to an end. If you make the play but your game sense isn't there, and like you make a really shitty play, but you have really good mechanics to bail you out, you're fine. So if you recall early, but you have amazing mechanics and manage to one-clip blink melee the tracer, it's fine. But the chance of that happening is significantly lower than if you had the game sense to understand not to use recall when you don't need it, right? Or you wouldn't be in this mess if you had just killed the Sojourn. Why are you forcing mate? You're just staring down a Sigma.
I think I was just waiting for coming out of spawn.
Okay, you still have time to make plays, right? Should at least be trying to contest a new angle, doing something. Oh, that's tragic, actually. And his mechanics are just better, so he just killed you. Why? 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 You hear the rock. You recall like 2 seconds from here. Why?
I swear to God, I just felt like I had like a spider sense.
Well,
Like,
your
something
game
was
sense isn't all there
terribly
then.
wrong.
This guy's in fuck off Narnia. This guy is looking at someone else. This guy is 1 HP. He can't even kill you. It's a fucking mercy. This guy's using lamp. He's getting jumped on by a Doomfist. This guy's dead. The only person here, the only two people that are any threats to you is the overclocking Sojourn, who is not even looking at you, and the fucking Sigma, who is 10 years away. Why are you recalling? There is no reason to recall. And now you put yourself into a place where there's someone who can actually threaten you, right? Like this is really bad. Nice. Okay.
Come with us.
Come over here.
Real life.
You need to recall though. Okay, you cannot be here. Do you die here? No, but you probably should. I'm surprised they even let you blink through this window. If I'm back there, I'm shooting you, you just die. But now you have no recall and you just get chased down and die.
So how would you describe like the playstyle Sugar Freeze you're doing here? Because like he's what would you say? Like, I know he's contesting me, like he's punishing me on my like recall usage, but what else do you think he's doing? Because he's obviously doing more than that, right? Or is it
Yeah.
more like I'm not making any plays. Like he's making more plays.
I mean,
At
how
the same
often do you see him in the kill feed though? He's not there that much, right? Like he's just doing his job, right? He's contesting the off angle. He's chasing you down when he sees an opportunity, and he's just he's going where his team goes, like when he has the chance to get an opportunity, right? Like he plays a little differently because he has a mercy, right? So he can just kind of sit main, and like your team is getting steamrolled. Like it's not even close. He doesn't have to think. The second he sees you like recall, he's just gonna hunt you down, and you're gonna die. That's all he has to do, right? Like he just saves recall, he just waits, then he just punishes you. And now like you're down, you're just 4v5 perma. 4v6 if you count res. So it's like he doesn't really need to like play amazingly. Like if all he does is just hold recall, you're just fucked, right? He waits for you to make a play while his team is steamrolling yours and you just lose. What you can do though, like one of the issues though is like there's not really much you can do. Because the second you try and make a play, you're just fucked, right? You need to not like just sit main though and like no, you're just running recall like almost needlessly a lot of the times because you're just walking down main fighting people you shouldn't be fighting instead of taking off angles. Like you're just not using your brain. You're just ranked autopilot is what I see. Like you're just ranked autopilot right now. This is a common syndrome with a lot of players. And now your Ana is dead, and now they get forward spawn, and now you just lose again. Wait, what? Hold on. 2 health. And he wins this? Okay, he gets moved back. Hey, dude, why can't you do that?
What? Why am I getting flamed?
Because you're not rack attack.
Bruh.
He's not even an auto player.
Bruh.
We have the robot.
I swear
Sorry.
half of this match has just been you shooting tank.
I should be here, right? There's nobody else too. I'm coming back from spawn. He's pushing cart.
I mean, yeah, it's fine right now, but like that's been half of the match. Now it's not fine. Like really, you probably should just not. You should just walk up, right? Like you need to contest this angle. Look at like you were talking about how Sugarfree's playing, right? Look at where he is. Look at how he approaches this. He just comes out of respawn. He's not gonna go rejoin his team in main. He's gonna flank. This is a much more aggressive angle than like anything you've taken so far. Like ideally, you want to fight him for this, right? Like you don't want to just let him walk on your backline, ever. And now that's just what he's gonna do. Like. Now they have all the map control.
It's go time.
He's pressuring your backline. Kills your Ana. He sees your recall, but he doesn't have his own, so now he can't chase, and now he's dead.
Enemy has our robot.
Alright.
Not for long.
What'd you do that fight? How'd you play this? Good pressure. Okay, what else happened here? Okay, good. This is what you should have been doing for the past 5 minutes. Like, you should be forcing him out of this angle, right? Like, don't let him just walk onto your flanks for free. Also, Gio, I know you're here, and we're just gonna make this quick. It's almost over.
Yeah, I see.
Depends on the McDonald's.
What was that?
No,
McDonald's.
don't worry about it.
The Racco Weaver. Sugar Free is almost never in main? Like, look at where he's playing. Versus how, like, you're playing. Like, there's a pretty big difference here. Hey, you just want to mark this angle. Like, just don't let him walk on your team for free.
I can't. So, like, I don't necessarily have to push out, right?
No.
I can just mark this. Since
Yeah,
I know
just
that
mark it. You don't have to walk on it, but you just have to contest it. And now you have, like, he doesn't have recall, right? So you should get healed from your team and just push him, right? Like, where is he? Now he's stacking with his team, and now he's just a mercy pocket because he doesn't have recall. So he's changing, he's adapting to the situation, realizing he doesn't have recall. He can't duel you really that much anymore. Well, you still have recall. He's tracking them, like, mentally, right? So you don't, you have recall, he doesn't. He's just gonna be like, okay, well, I don't want to duel this Tracer. I just want to sit main, get mercy pocketed, and just kill anyone who I see, right? And that's just what happens. Nice. Not nice. That's really sad, actually. Not your fault, but okay, now you have no recall. Alright, you have no recall. You either are going to die to their supports, or Sugar Free's just gonna come out of nowhere and kill you. Or Seeker's just gonna perma-mark you, actually. That's option 3. And now the game's just over. Did you guys get a single meter?
Nope.
That's actually crazy. 9 minute 30-second game, not a single meter is really crazy. I'm not gonna entirely blame this game on you because your tank was kind of in-thing a bit, but you could have played this way better. This isn't entirely not your fault.
I get you, but it's just like if he's also on autopilot, he's just his autopilot's better. He got the radar.
He gets paid like $50,000 a year minimum to fucking play the game. He plays probably a good 12 hours a day. Of course his autopilot is going to be better than yours. He fucking plays on stage. He was Rookie of the Year candidate, right? Like, you can't compare yourself to him unless you are getting, like, you just don't compare yourself to him like that way. If you want your, like, you instead of just autopiloting, just think. Turn on your brain. And, like, even if his autopilot is better, it doesn't mean you can't, like, contest it just by thinking. And if you are pushing him, if you push Mercy Pocketed Seeker and Sugar Free to actually have to, like, turn off autopilot and play the game, then you are a very good player, right? Like, that on its own has merits. But if you're just gonna, like, autopilot as well, they're just gonna gap you and you're not gonna get a single fucking meter on push, right? Like, that's just what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't entirely on you, but you could have just turned on your brain and just thought about how you're using cooldowns, thought about where you're positioning, thought about who you're marking, thought about where you're, like, positioning and timing is Tracer, right? Most of the timing is most of your timing is fine, but your positioning was horrible.
Gotcha.
You can't just shoot
so
main. It doesn't work.
One final question before you start with Geo. So you said that, like, besides, like, the whole marking and what's it called? I guess just going main. What would a play look like? Like, I would have to stage with my tank, right? But my tank,
Your tank was on Winston for half the game, so at that point you're just looking. You don't have to stage with him. You need to stage to go where he wants to go, right? So the one fight I could think of is this. Which one is
that one?
One?
Is the
Okay.
one fight when they, like, got checkpoint?
You just
and
played
then
this?
he prime mode. That was the last game. That was an hour ago.
Damn.
Bro,
It's right around here, I think. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Your Winston wants to go in. He's already in. He has nano. You should be, like, right here looking to follow up, right? Like, if you can shoot this Mercy from top or go on this BAP or whatever, like, you should be here. This is staging for where he wants to go. It's not staging with him, right? There's a slight difference, but effectively it creates the same opening. You want to be on a flank. You want to be contesting this angle. You want to be playing off of your own advantage. They don't control this anymore. If you can sit up here, you can contest this or control it on your own, and now they have no high ground. If you go into a fight where your team has no high ground that's getting contested by Tracer, and they have high ground, how much of a disadvantage is that, do you think?
Very.
Pretty significant, right? So you know that. You know that. Why didn't you do it?
Ooh.
Because it's hard to think.
It's not hard to think. It's hard to turn off the autopilot. You know that. You knew the answer right away. You need to approach the game from a different view, right? Like, people just kind of like, they turn on their autopilot, but they also like, they don't approach it top down, right? Like, I've listened to ML7 talk a lot about how he like views the game because I was improving on my own rate. I was watching better players to get better myself. And one of the things that ML7 does is he would always talk about like viewing the map from top down. What lanes do you want to control? What high grounds do you want to control? Like, where are they positioned? Right? Like, stuff like this is what we talk about. We do it a lot in VODs. But you have to apply it in ranked too, so that by the time we get to scrims, it becomes second nature. Like, if I have to like breathe like down your neck during scrims, saying, "Hey, go take an off angle," or go and contest an angle, or go fight for the high ground, right? Like, I shouldn't have to do that. And for the most part in scrims, I don't have to do that, unless your name's like Guitar, right? And then sometimes I have to, but for the most part, you just do it because in scrims, you don't have the autopilot. You're thinking, you're talking with your team, you're calming, you're trying to win. In ranked, it looks like right now you're just not trying to win.
I got you.
When we played ranked the other day, do you remember, like, I guess it was like 2 weeks now. It was like the start of the season-ish. You remember how much I was talking, right? Like, I was like hard focusing because I just wanted to win.
Yeah.
We went, well, like 5-2?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Now you don't want to play with me.
Well, I don't play the game. But if you look at my BAP, 70% win rate. 2 deaths.
Yeah.
2 deaths for 10. Like when I want to win, I just win. Who's gonna stop me? You could be the same way. Yeah, you kill in a Seeker Sugar Free. Yeah, that's probably a loss. Doesn't mean you can't give it a good shot. Doesn't mean you shouldn't turn off the autopilot and just try hard, right? Zomba wins this. Do you think the skill difference between you and Zomba is so great that you couldn't push him like at all in a ranked match? You couldn't force him to really try to win?
He's thinking.
Give him some time.
I don't know. I haven't talked to Zama in a long time.
Well, I'll give you a hint. You probably could push him to actually like turn off the autopilot and try. He might still win because he's just fucking nuts, but it doesn't mean you can't like make him try. Like, if I queue into pretty much anyone on the team except for you, I'm just gonna autopilot my way to victory because I just know the game better, right? Like, obviously, I've been playing this game for a really long time at a pretty good level. Like, I just know how to play. So my autopilot's just better. If they all are playing 5-stacked and they all want to win, I might have to turn off my autopilot even if, like, I'm in diamond, right? Because now all of a sudden, they're all coordinating dives, they're all try-harding, they all want to kill me every fight so I can't get my value. Now it's a challenge. Now I have to try and win. I had to start telling my team, like, stuff like, hey, set up for this play, or whatever. Like, I'm gonna take high ground, you guys play low ground, whatever. Like, I have to try. But you can do the same in ranked. If you see a better player who's been streaming for fucking 8 hours, just try hard, force them, like, off their autopilot, and even if you don't win, you will still get better, right? Like, that's how you improve. You play against better players. If you just play against better players and you're both on autopilot, it's like fucking flipping a coin at the start of the game, and whatever you get is just a win or a loss, right? Like, this game, you flipped tails and you just got full held. If you had flipped heads, maybe you win. I don't know. But if you are going to keep playing into just, like, it depends on your team, right? Like, obviously, if you're just queuing into better players, you're just going to lose if you're just both on autopilot, but...
Give you the VOD before you run out of time.
We're good. Like, the next VOD is Hurricane, and then he double booked.
Yeah, we'll just take Hurricane's time.
Yeah, it's fine. We didn't do a VOD anyway, Spingar, so this is good. It's good to talk about it. Now you have your own 30-minute VOD, so...
Bet.
Good girl.
What the
Bro
fuck?
skipped the line.
Who just said that to me?
Oma.
Bro skipped
That
the
was
line.
Gio.
Yeah, I for sure sound like that.
I think you should be put
For
down
sure
in
something
front of
like
your
that.
family.